Ladies and gents, welcome to the smallest beach fight ever. A map that's normally designed for team games, and we have a 1v1 version, and I think this will be quite fun because we've got so much food available on this map. You start with 4 farms. You start with tons of goats. Well, you can go out and find a lot of extra goats. And then you also have a hunt corner, which is the north and the south. And then you have the gold corner, which is protected by lions in the east and the west. There is stone available here. There's just 3 tiles of stone available, so players can work with that. And we've got Beery, who so far has looked really good on these small maps. Beery's playing as the Teutons. So Teutons have the cheap farms, but I'm not really sure there's a lot of space to build the farms, in all honesty. And then we've got the Saracens for Prisma. The first thing I think about with Saracens is the market. Could actually be problematic to squeeze the market into some of these areas. Now, I'd always thought that you can't build on the sand, but they did start a game. Oh my God, Beery, are you kidding me? The guy's a menace. The guy's a freaking menace. He's gonna try and steal this elephant. Got so much food and he still wants more. What's he got? Like 1,000 goats? 1,800 goats? Or 1,800. 18 goats? And he still wants to steal this elephant. Oh man, Prisma's really screwed up over here as well. Prisma could lose a Vil. Oh man, Prisma's having a rough time today, guys. Prisma's having a rough time. These small maps might not be for him. Lost a villager to the elephant. I think he misclicked his villager this way instead of his scout. And what was I saying? I was talking about something. Oh yeah, in the first game that they tried with this, the one player made gates over top of the sand. So I think you are actually able to build on that terrain. God, look at the clutter here. This is just chaotic. Can you imagine being that elephant, being fully surrounded and blocked by goats before you die? It must be a terrifying experience. All right, so Prisma down some food now. Still has plenty of goats and still has that corner with the hunt. Is also going to steal this ostrich and push this ostrich back home from Beery's little corner. Beery's scout is weak now, so Beery can't really stop that. Prisma takes the ostrich, no problem. Beery is hilarious, guys. I picked Beery to play these maps because he's such an aggressive player. He is so funny to me. Every little sneaky advantage he can get, he does. And he says, okay, I'm going to push in your zebra in the darkness as well if you're going to push in my zebra. So they are both, they can't just agree to, oh God, the zebra's fleeing. They can't just agree to let each other have their own corner. They're going to steal from the other end. Oh man. Where's the zebra going? The zebra is trapped. I mean, there's no way to get it. There's no way to easily get it back towards your TC right now if you're Beery. It's more than likely going to just path back to the north now once it resets. So Zebra is taunting him. He says, no, you will not get me. And then he's just going to walk home. That's freaking hilarious. Okay. Also, shout out to this bird. We need some music with this. Oons, 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 oons. Birds consistently getting stuck here on these small maps. But correct me if I'm wrong, T West, who's in the chat, who made these maps, but I think the amount of birds was customized as well, right? Because if you had a normal size map, there would be more birds. So I think it's 4 birds per map, maybe? From what I remember in the previous game? Should be 3 birds. Well, there's 4. So it looks like 2 of the birds got a little busy. And there's been another bird. All right. So we have the mill here from Prisma. What is the plan going to be? Prisma needs to click up the feudal age here. We'll do so in a moment. We'll be later than Beery. Towers would make sense if we had the normal range towers. We've halved the range of towers and TCs. I could still see Beery wanting to chop through this tree and build a tower like right here. It'd actually be really nice because it's tough for the enemies to really be aggressive against it. This zebra is nothing but problems. This is the same zebra. I can't blame him, right? I wouldn't want to die either. But seriously, just give it up. Just accept it. Nope. Okay, it's going that way. It's... there we go. It finally is killed off. Here he hits the feudal age, sees the stones there, and decides to make a tower. All right. Can you ignore this? There's the little gate. Garrison doesn't work. It is Teutons, right? You can fit more villagers inside the towers. You move with one tower, you move into the next tower. Tower, tower, tower. I would like to see Prisma, one of these times, just avoid engaging in the tower war and go Castle Age. Because I think with the way the resources are looking now, I feel like if you idled your TC, didn't produce a lot more vills, and just went Market Blacksmith, Fast Siege Workshop, and Castle Age, maybe it could accomplish something. But so far, I mean, Beery just seems to be a master at these settings, and Prisma does not seem to be having a good time. These villagers here killing off the lions. So, but I guess the tower only denies 2 farms, funnily enough. And this tower just kind of protects the other tower. There's going to be the market. Again, I'm still unsure if you could completely build on this, but I feel like a market, a blacksmith, and a wall to the edge of the map would make sense now for Prisma. He did make a tower here to shoot down Beery's tower, but that's not going to work. That's not going to work because Beery's Teutons. That's max range for those towers there. Again, I do wonder, can you just... Okay, he makes the blacksmith there. Again, makes me think you can't build certain types of buildings on that sand terrain. Which is weird, because I saw a gate foundation earlier. So I guess gates you can? I don't know. Well, Prisma is a really good Arabia player. You can see his elo. He is much better on Arabia than any other map. Beery, I'd say, is the more creative of the two. I was wondering, will Prisma know to idle his TC? It's okay here. And yes, he's on his way to Castle Age. Ooh! Wait, guys. What do you think he's going to do in Castle Age? I just thought of something. There is no space for him to build whatever he wants to build in Castle Age, right? What's he going to build? A siege workshop? Where? If you can only build walls and gates on the sand, where are you supposed to build stuff? People are saying knights. Well, you need a barracks. And you only got space for the barracks. You'd have to, like, walk down here to make the stable. Beery knows how important that market is right now, so he's going to try and attack that market and destroy it. And Prisma buying stone. Is Prisma going to try and drop a castle here? Let's see if he buys more stone. That'd be a pretty crazy plan. He's buying more stone. He's going to try and drop a castle. Oh my god. He's also like slowly mining some stone here. Okay. I mean, I don't hate the idea of trying to just go for something crazy here, right? It's what you need. But I'm not sure buying a castle and engaging in vill warfare is the best. Like, losing a villager here and now another villager here, a little wasteful. Would have preferred to see him just shift villagers over here. Where does he build the castle? And then will we see Mamelukes? Okay, so he sells some food. He needs a little bit of stone. He has enough for a castle. He's going to drop the castle here. Oh, that's hilarious, man. Okay, here we go. Oh, he's going to lose his market soon. And Beery sees this, and Beery's like, what? A castle? And I think he wants to deny this, but you can't because the towers are so low range. So he's like, oh. Guys, Beery's never making it to Castle Age at this rate. Let's see what this castle actually accomplishes. I guess the castle should be able to shoot 2 of the towers, but it also has limited range. It also has 4 range. So I think this tower does not even get ranged. I wonder how much homework Prisma did. He's going to get fletching. I wonder if he knows that the castle range is affected as well. Wonder if he thought it was just towers. Oh, man. Mameluke is going to shred some vills over here. This is the right move from Prisma. This is the right move. He canceled fletching so he could make a Mameluke. He's Vill fighting this off. He can't lose access to that gold. Mameluke's pathing oddly. But Mameluke's on the way. Beery could see that. And Beery now needs to run. And now how are you supposed to stop the Mameluke? The Mameluke has 3 range. Mamelukes win this game. I think. Bonk. Bonk. 1 dead Vill. Prisma says, thank God I didn't have to make freaking towers against you. This is what we're talking about. Switch it up. The castle's actually amazing because the siege would push the towers. You don't need to push the towers. You could just avoid the towers. Or actually sit underneath the towers if you want to. And if you need food eco, you still have some berries here. Or you have gold. Beery is not going to want to quit. But he is about to be surrounded by Mamelukes. He's going to be in and out of his town centers constantly here. It's just so funny again, though, that this castle doesn't even range this tower or this tower. This is why we adjusted towers and castles, by the way, because castles would be insane. Beery sees the Mamelukes are on the way and has to hop inside of his tower. Scout somehow survives. Now, if this was Castle Age, Teutons get murder holes for free, so you can't sit underneath the towers. But you can sit underneath the towers if the Teuton player's in feudal. And that might actually end up being just the best play here, if you're Prisma, is you get enough Mamelukes to sit underneath every single tower. And then all of Beery's economy is idle. Beery's had an hour of idle time in this game. We haven't seen a Mameluke die yet. That one's pretty weak. I feel like it's maybe worth it to send Mamelukes home to heal up. 29 Vills for Prisma. And it is 30 for Beery. The last thing I would have expected to give someone a win on these small maps was Fast Castle Mamelukes. Like, what? We've done 53 small maps before today. I don't think we've ever seen this. Mameluke's actually shredding the towers as well. They don't seem to care about those towers whatsoever. Okay. Any ideas, chat, for what Beery can do from here? Well, here's a start. He walks in that villager. Prisma makes a new market. He didn't have space for it until he took out his berries. More villagers going down. People are saying monks. Well, he needs to buy food to get to Castle Age. And he cannot fit a market anywhere on this map. I love the strat. Villagers on gold and using the market. Really nice strategy from Prisma. Because like things like farms, that's long-term payoff. Especially, it takes advantage of how the Saracens operate, right? We're going to see a tower go down here. House may be taken out by villagers. I imagine Beery's probably paying attention to that. But Mamelukes can still get in and kill more villagers. It's a slaughter, folks. 21 villagers killed from Prisma. And 4 lost. 25% of Prisma's Vill losses came to wildlife. But that is actually a positive here. Not a negative. That's a positive. The percentages were much worse in previous games. And Beery doesn't want to quit for us. He said before this, T90, the thing I care about the most is your analytics on YouTube. We want that watch time to be higher, T90. I said, are you sure, Beery? Because you can resign. That's okay. He said, no, T90, watch time's really important to me. I'm kidding. He didn't say any of that. But that's what I'm thinking about right now. Mamelukes are very weak. If you can fit a monastery, I think making a monk would make sense as well, just to heal up. Beery probably thinks that in order for Prisma to accomplish this, that Prisma doesn't have as many villagers than him, which is usually the case, but when you've lost 23, that changes things. Yes, Beery is the king of chaos. I agree. And the king of chaos, as a plan, I think the king of chaos needs to take... Where can you even fit a market? Does anyone know if these players have a history of Tetris? Any Tetris experts out there? I think you would have to delete your own tower and take one more bush, and then you could fit a market in here. Or maybe take these bushes and delete the mill. Oh god, the Mamelukes came through the middle! Oh man, well that tower is going to go down. Alright, rip to that tower. Villagers might be able to escape. One villager dies, tower will go down. I think this game is going to change how both of these guys approach the future games that we have them play. I've really enjoyed that, by the way. We bring in players to play a lot of games at once, and slowly over time a meta develops. Oh, I guess that's going to work. Oh, Beery saw it. Beery saw the bills. And he knew that something was going to be built there, so he's trying to place some stuff on the foundations. Oh, he definitely knows something's going to be built there. Yeah. But Beery would have to sacrifice his villager. He's like, no! I will not let you do that, whatever you're trying to do there, sir. Uh-oh. I don't know how you stop that. He's going to make a tower. Well... I'm not sure if the tower ranges everything. Oh my god, what is this, dude? Look, we got Mamelukes, all these coming from all these different directions. The castle will range the TC, I think. Again, a normal tower maybe has a chance here. The Mamelukes just running right underneath, right underneath the town center and the towers. Prisma feels like if his castle goes up, he cannot lose. It'll be 2 castles to 0. And this castle is going to go up, and he's going to go right inside of the castle afterwards. He's just going to go whoop. Hello? Whoop. There we go. Oh, guys. Beery got a market. Beery actually got a market, and he's super close to clicking up to Castle Age. How? Is he actually going to make it to Castle Age right now? He needs to drop off 7 more gold, and he can click up. Okay, there he goes. He can go up. You gotta hand it to the guy. I'm honestly impressed. I don't know if the castle's gonna stay up, though. It's gonna go down pretty quickly to the castle and the Mamelukes. And repairing the TC not only isn't an option, but it wouldn't be an option for very long either. Because he doesn't have access to wood right now. And Beery laughing, and he says, GG, well played. And finally, Prisma gets a win on the board. Guys, when I saw Prisma lose a couple vills and go up to Castle Age and start buying stone, I don't know if you could hear it in my voice. I really didn't believe. I did not think that that strategy would be it. I was thinking siege. I was thinking, like, maybe monks or something. But the Mamelukes were sick. And, like, just getting most of his vills out here to this gold and using the market was perfect. But also perfect for his civilization, which is part of it. So, well played to him. Also, well played to Beery to stay alive. That is the smallest beach fight. That was the most unique one so far between these two players. Prisma collected more of every... he collected more of one resource. Beery collected more of every resource except gold. But that gold brought Prisma everything else. The Castle Age, of course, but then the Mamelukes. And the Mamelukes just shredded. 53 total villagers for Beery that game. 40 total villagers for Prisma, but Prisma's villagers stayed alive and stayed working there. So, well played. That was fun. That was the smallest beach fight ever. I definitely want to revisit this one at some point. It was one of my favorites.